Hi guys, this is CSA number 8. Number 8 looks great. There was one thing that I actually forgot to pick up. I don't know why it's not in there, the spinach. But there's some new stuff here that we haven't had in the CSAs in the past. I've been part of the CSA for 3 years already. And so they're always coming up with new things, which is really, really great. Oh, let's start over here. So here's a long green beans again, which I end up cutting into regular size ones because the kids complain. I actually like cooking them long, but they're always fun. It's like, oh my God, it's like spaghetti. Who doesn't like spaghetti? But long green beans. And then this time, they've had it once before. I don't think they had it last year, but got some corn. But they're really small corn. I notice when it comes to like fresh organic CSA corn, you don't get the same quality as you see in the stores sometimes. You get some small ones like this one. But got some ears of corn, got some radishes. I got 2 beautiful eggplant. So I'm going to make that eggplant parmesan that I do have, I made previously that I posted. Got 1 cucumber. It was the last cucumber left. I actually went a little later than usual. Got 2 tomatoes. I got some potatoes. They did have the purple potatoes. This time I got these kind of like Yukon Gold ones. 2 garlic heads. These little itty bitty baby onions. I got 2 jalapenos. And we're gonna go up here. Now this, they think it, well, the girl, the young woman, this young girl that was helping, they did have some cantaloupe where you see the webs, the webbing on the rind. This one, she says she thought it was honeydew. It does not have that webbing on the rind, so I'll find out when I cut into it. She wasn't 100% sure, but this was the biggest one they had. All the others, even the cantaloupe, were really small, so I wanted the big one. Then I got some curly kale. I always love the kale. And then this is a first, spaghetti squash. I was like, oh, wow, that's spaghetti squash. No way. And then this is also a first. I got 3 stalks of edamame. Now, in the CSA that I had in New York, we had gotten edamame. And all you do is boil them in water, like literally maybe a minute or 2, not that long. They turn a real vibrant green. And then when you drain them, you just sprinkle some sea salt on it, and that's it. So I got 3 stalks of these. So like I said, this is a first. Cherry tomatoes, always delicious. Got microgreens. This is the first time the microgreens are out, not the sprouts. I believe these are radish microgreens. So it's a bigger leaf. The plant grows a little bit bigger, not just a sprout, but it actually gets to 2 leaves, and that's why they call it microgreens, which I believe one time in a podcast I was listening to, microgreens actually have the nutrient value of what the whole adult plant would have in the microgreens. So you're actually getting chock full of vitamins, minerals, and nutrients from this microgreen, but unfortunately you're not getting the amount of fiber or water, so that's where you lack because it's not an adult plant. But that was pretty interesting to learn, and so this is the first microgreens of the year that I saw there. And then the herb of today was mint. Smells so good. And then they made so much salsa because the tomatoes have been in abundance this year, so they let us take 2 salsas. So it's a nice roasted tomato salsa, really, really good. I have company coming over tomorrow, so I'm going to put that out with some tortilla chips. But that's CSA number 8. And I think I'm going to do the edamame to attach to this video to show you. Real simple. Like I said, you just boil them for like a minute or 2 until they turn vibrant green. Drain it and then toss some sea salt. But I think that's the video I'm going to attach to this one. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope I inspired you. And for those who saw this video for the first time or visited my channel for the first time, a CSA is a community-supported agriculture where you buy a share of the, usually a local organic farm. Sometimes they're not labeled organic because it's pricey to be labeled organic, even though they still practice organic ways. This farm that I joined, called Bloomsbury Farm in Smyrna, Tennessee, they're actually an organic farm, and labeled through the FDA organic. And you buy a share. Every year you buy a share, so it's an annual thing, and you get a portion of the harvest for its growing season. So this one is about 24 weeks from May to October, and then October starts a fall one. So, I mean, these CSAs are a great way to eat from the land, eat local, eat in season, freshly picked at its ripest, so you're getting all the nutrients, the value from the produce, as opposed to it being picked so early and it doesn't really accumulate the nutritional value it should, and then it ripens by the time it gets to the store or in a truck being shipped to stores. So that's why it's great to be part of a CSA, and you're really supporting your small local community farms. But hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Hey guys. So with this CSA haul, I'm actually going to make edamame, which is probably the easiest thing you can do. It's just like boiling pasta. I have my water boiling, and then I'm going to add a nice handful of salt, and I have my pink Himalayan sea salt, maybe a little more. Want it nice and salty. And then basically I took all the edamame off the branches that I got at the CSA haul. Yeah, these are nice. And then you just boil them. Oh, I got a leaf in there. It's just like boiling pasta, except you don't have to boil them for so long. Literally, I think it takes only like a minute or two, or maybe 3. And then they get nice and salty. We went to... Ooh. I had gotten, I was changed direction in that story. So when I was still in New York, I was in a CSA up there, and I had gotten edamame, and I had never ever eaten edamame. So I had a friend, a neighbor that lived nearby, and I don't remember how the conversation got brought up, but I said, you know what, I'm going to give you my edamame because I don't know what the hell to do with it. So that night, yeah, how did we, I don't even remember how it all transpired, but somehow we ended up at their house with wine and beer, and she actually made the edamame. So all she did was boil it in salted water. They get even more vibrant green, and she put them in a bowl and actually served them to us. And you literally just pick them up by the pod, stick them in your mouth, and with your teeth you actually pull the beans, kind of the edamame peas out and eat them. So I was like, wow, these are really good. So the next time I got the edamame in my CSA share, I did it myself. But you obviously do get quite a bit, and my boys weren't interested, and neither was my husband. So there was no way that I can eat that whole thing. But when we moved here to Tennessee, we went to a Japanese steakhouse called Asuka, and that's one of the appetizers. You get a bowl of edamame, and that's what it is. It's boiled with some salt, and you just pull the peas out of the shell with your teeth. So I'm going to let that boil for a couple minutes, and then I strain it, and then that's it. And edamame is a great source of protein. I believe it's the legumes, so there's fiber and a great source of protein. And edamame, I believe, is the soy plant, if I'm not mistaken. I think so. I'm going to have to Google that. So, yeah, let me let that boil, and then I'll strain it, and then that's it. It's done. That was it. It literally, I think it was 4 minutes. It's really still hot. Whew. So you just take one. Oops. Can't turn the camera around, but with your teeth, you just pull it out. I think it could use a little more salt, or you could sprinkle some on after it's done, because then I guess it'll stick. But it's really good. It's a definitely delicious, healthy snack. I think I've seen bags of frozen edamame. But yeah, when you get them fresh from the pod and CSA, you just boil them. Literally 4 minutes, that's all it takes. Put them in a bowl and just have everyone pick at it. It's a great appetizer. So yes, that's it. I hope you like this video and see you in the next one. Bye.